Good morning, students. Today we will go for the learning of the subject of business organization for BCom first semester, the Unit 4 introduction. The Unit 4 heading is called as recent trends in business organization. In the first leg of the Unit 4, under the concept of recent trends in business organization, the first concept we have to look on the internal constituents of a business organization. And what are these internal constituents? As I have already mentioned in the earlier classes, that every business organization is supposed to function in the given environment, and the interaction between and among the elements of the environment will create a pace and keep the organization dynamic from time to time. All the business transactions are the outcomes of those interactions between and among the business environmental factors of the business organization. Based upon that, the dynamism as well as the policies as well as the other elements of functioning of the business organization depends upon. So now we'll go for understanding what are the different constituents of any business organization, and those constituents can be denoted as the environmental factors. So the environmental factors or the constituents of any business organization can be observed through two ways of constituents, like environmental factors. The environment in which the business organization configured as well as functions can be categorized under two groups. The first group is called as internal environment and the second one is the external environment. The internal environment is that environment which is within the four walls of the organization. The external environment is that organization which is beyond the boundaries of the organization, or you can name it as the outside environmental factors in which the business organization is going to function its action and activity. The internal environment factors generally consist of management of the organization, employees of the organization, and other stakeholders of the organization. They will be coming under the internal environment, which includes the people of the organization, the structure of the organization, and the technology in which the organization is going to function or with which it is going to function will be putting together is called as internal environment of the organization. As far as the external environment of the organization composes the government, right? The government, the customers, the competitors, the society, etc. They are as a part of the external environment. Now the question comes, how the organization is going to function? The organization gets the pressure from the external environment and it pressurizes the internal environment in order to shape and reshape its policies, procedures, philosophies and others. So taking these things into consideration, there is a continuous interaction between the external environment and the internal environment, which makes the organization function on a continuous manner and which creates a momentum as well as dynamism through the pace at which it is required to function from time to time. So this makes the organization to shape and reshape its policies, procedures, philosophies and so on and so forth. But the organization in the internal environment is being headed by the management, who is the driving force of the organization. And it drives through whom? It drives through the employees. And for what benefit? For the stakeholders who are internal to the organization as well as external to the organization. And this makes the organization continuously linger in contact with the external environment. And what is expected by external environment is going to be derived through the formulation and functioning of the internal environment from time to time. So in this context, now we will go for the observation of the functioning of the constituents of the organization as far as the recent arena is concerned of the business environment. If you observe the recent trends or the recent environments or the recent arena of the business organizational environment, you will have a lot of things on it. It depends upon the macro policies of the governments, the macro philosophies of the governments. In turn, it goes hand in hand with the economy with which the country or the globe or the world it is supposed to face and function. Henceforth, what happens is there is a continuous pressure from the external environment on the internal environment. Even though there are certain cushions existing in the system, but there is a continuous dynamism is required on the part of the internal environment to suit as per the challenges or the forces or the pressures arising through the external environmental changes. So these things makes the organizations continuously to upgrade or update or to redesign or to revitalize. Henceforth, the constituents of the business environment is supposed to be very, very impactful on the part of the functioning of the business organization. So, when you observe the organizational setup from the initial state of the business functionaries like sole tradership, after that partnership, after that cooperative societies, joint stock companies, limited liability companies, limited liability partnership, and all these are why they have been in existence or have been transformed from time to time, because there is a need. Otherwise, there is a problem of performance, or otherwise there is a problem of its existence only. Henceforth, there is a need on the part of the business organizations to adopt the recent trends or to make changes to suit the recent trends or the compulsions which arise out of the functioning of the business environment of the organization. And in this context, the organizations, what they do, they go on shaping and reshaping their functionary approaches. We know that there are 4 functionary areas of any business. Out of that, the 3 functionary areas which are called as core functionary areas, and the 4th one is called as concurrent functionary area. The core functionary areas are production, finance and marketing. These are the core functionary areas of any business. And the last one is the human resource. This function is a concurrent function. Why it is a concurrent function? Because without which the other functionary areas are not possible, and physically it is there in each and every functionary area as an intermediary force or inner area of force. Henceforth it is called as concurrent function. So the core functionary areas and the concurrent functionary areas, they need to go for changing their pattern of style, pattern of functioning and pattern of approaches from time to time to suit the recent trends in the business environment in which the business organization is going to function. Henceforth, in the grand olden days, the business organizations are supposed to function in a simplest manner, taking into consideration the production policies, product development and production management, the financial sector and the marketing approaches. All these areas are in a simplest form because there was not that much of dynamism or the turbulency in the earlier business environment. But gradually, when there is a change, when there is a stringent competition, when there is a change in the governmental policies and philosophies and the economic system changes, automatically the competition has been erupted to a great momentum, and the society is also striving hard for a change in their standard of living. Automatically there is a need of moving and updating their functionary areas of any business organization. Henceforth, now the production function has been more strategic. So the concept of strategic approach has become a must and ought situation on the part of functioning of the organization as a whole. So now the management of any business organization is not simply as business management or managing an organization. It has become the concept of strategic management. The strategic management concludes with or includes with strategic production management, strategic financial management, strategic marketing management and strategic HR management. Why this is essential? Because there is a change in the dynamism of the external environment and which has its own impetus over the requirements of the internal environment to go for possible adjustments from time to time. So in this context, we have a need to go for a changing of shaping and reshaping, changing and rechanging the functional areas and approaches of every business organization to adjust with the trends which come from time to time in the management of the business or business operations and business activities of any business organization. This is what we need to have to put in mind when we go for the understanding of the different constituents through which the need of adjustment in the trends from time to time erupting from the external environment to be imbibed into the business organization, right? This is what today we will go for learning of the subject of business organization. That is what the constituents of the business organization and its relevancy and requirement of adjustments between and among the internal and external environmental constituents. Thank you very much.